Basketball Media Day. Hi, Colleen. How are you?
Hi guys, how are you?
Doing well.
Go.
Doing well.
Hey Mo, how are you?
I'm good. It's good to see you. Feel like I just saw you
Good to see you.
yesterday, but it's been months.
All right, Coach.
Congrats on
So
your wedding.
Thank you.
Welcome.
you may be the first coach to bring it up. I mean, Coach Kresge is right down the hall, so I guess that one doesn't count. But yeah, the wedding. The wedding's getting a lot of talk today. A very busy wedding season for Maureen. Okay, Coach. So look, let's backtrack before we look forward because Maureen's brought this up now a couple of times. The top 25 players of all time in the conference just came out recently, and Kayla Cooper is a great one, right? In terms of what she meant to your program. Can you just reflect in just seeing her name on that list? That has to be pretty gratifying for you as the head coach of the program.
Yeah, I mean Kayla is a very special player and certainly well deserving of that honor. I was really excited to see her be named to that, prestigious list of just terrific players in the history of the America East. But she's playing in Bulgaria right now, so we're very proud of her, and she's continued her career and just her loyalty and dedication to the program and what she did on and off the court was really just so impressive. And more so for us coaches, just watching her growth, coming in as in COVID, and then what she ended up doing in a fifth year, and how much success and how much winning she brought to the program, and her ability to carry our team and watch her develop into just a really skillful, talented leader was really special. So we're really proud of her. We're certainly going to miss her this year.
I'll miss her too. She was just such a fun player to watch. And I've just been really lucky in this league to be able to watch some just really fun players that even at having young daughters, you say, watch her, watch her. There's just, she was one of them for sure. But so let's talk about your Italy trip from this summer. Talk about the pictures. I mean, looked incredible, all the places that you went. But was this trip kind of planned, just the timing of it, or was it just kind of like with Kayla graduating, like good time for some of the younger kids to kind of bond and get ready for the season, or was the timing did that really have nothing to do with that? But I'd love to hear you to kind of just talk about what you guys experienced.
Absolutely. Yeah. It was the trip of a lifetime. And actually, it was supposed to happen the year of COVID. So we had part of the recruiting process with Kayla was saying that we were going to go to Italy on this foreign tour because she had DeCortes on our team from Italy.
Mm-hmm.
And we were going to go back and play in front of her family. And then with COVID and everything, it got pushed aside. But I really tried to stay to my word, and luckily the administration was really on board with us figuring out a way to raise the money to go to Italy. So even though it wasn't, it was still her fifth year, and she wasn't able to play with us because she had already signed with Bulgaria. And she was that last person in her class to be able to do that and have those types of, build those types of bonds and have that type of experience with our players that graduated in the amazing year that we had last year, and then welcoming the newcomers, and a lot of new faces on our team just gave us a really nice opportunity to get to know each other and to build relationships and make connections. Certainly that we're hoping is going to pay off for us early in non-conference.
How was the food?
Oh, it was amazing. I didn't try any of the wine though, so had my fair share of wine. It tastes a little different there. No, it was amazing. We went to Florence, we went to Rome, we went to Sorrento, and just
Very cool.
unbelievable experience. And so we're just so grateful.
That's awesome. I'm jealous. My wife's been bothering me lately about doing a Europe trip. So now that if she probably hears this as I do it in the other room, so that will probably get brought up at some point later this afternoon. But I'm happy you had a great trip. So it's a new look team, right? You have a brand new look to your basketball team. With we talked about Kayla. You lost 5 of your top 6 scorers from last year. So I'm sure this fall has been crucial for you before you get into the grind of the schedule. And league play. It's 2 games in a 3-day stretch, so the practice time becomes difficult. But what are you finding out about your mix here in these last couple of weeks, and now in this build up to the first week of November?
It's really exciting. I mean, it's a completely different group. We're young, inexperienced. The players returning bring a level of, you know, a winning mindset and a level of consistency from last year. But we did, you know, introduce 9 new players. So that's kind of been similar to the last couple of years. We've had 9 new players the last 2 years too. But I'm just really excited about this group. They're working really hard. They are really just practicing with a high level of intensity and have a growth mindset. And it's about how we're going to develop over time. And you know, it's the opportunity that you get. You know, I'm comparing us to the Valkyries. You know, these are players that are unproven, a team that's unproven, and how are we going to grow together and develop so that we're playing our best basketball in March. So it's exciting. It's exciting to watch them get better every day. It's exciting to, you know, as we start our scrimmages and seeing how we're competing against other people. But you know, we've got some really exciting freshmen. We've got some good transfers, but we've got some solid players coming back. So we have a good base. It's just a matter of them getting the confidence to know that, you know, there is no Kayla Coopers or Lily Phillips or Jess Tomasetti to do it. They have to step up, and now it's their turn to do it.
Just kind of talking about your recruiting and, you know, the freshmen that you were able to, some terrific freshmen, but just when you bring them on campus and they're able to experience the games, I mean, I saw firsthand, like, it's incredible just how the community has rallied around the team and the crowds that you get. And not only are they there, but they are into it and screaming. And so much credit goes to you and your staff and your players, because I obviously have a great relationship with Colleen, but just even checking social media, I mean, they're always in the community, and you guys just do a great job with that. But I mean, obviously that has had to have helped with some of these freshmen. I mean, just to come to school and to have those type of crowds, just kind of talk about that and how proud are you of just how the community has rallied around you guys.
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing. That championship game, Mo, I know you were at with Vermont, and you know, it was Broadview is just an amazing arena to play in. They did such a nice job when they remodeled it, and the community loves to watch. It's a great venue for fans. It's an amazing place to play for players. But I think, you know, there's no better time to be a part of women's basketball than right now. It's exciting. People in the community, we don't have professional sports in Albany. So, you know, us and Siena get a lot of television exposure. The players get a lot of media attention. And that's really exciting. It makes them feel, you know, like we're kind of big fish in a small pond. So, and then we do just a ton of community outreach, our camps. We have a Pen Pals Club. We do a lot within the community, and our commitment to just really being engaged citizens and community members and campus members. The players do such a great job. They're great role models. So I think for us, being able to build that type of fan base and build our season ticket holders and just the interest and excitement is exciting to see. And when you look in the stands, it's just, you know, to see where it was and where it is now. We just want to continue to give a great product on the court and be great role models in the community, so we continue to get this type of excitement and this type of support.
Yeah, I think it was 2,200 fans at the at that championship game, or somewhere around there. And we talked to Brad Walker about this. Just that's what you're looking for when you have this on-site component to your conference tournament. I know the results stung, but I'm sure it was a gratifying feeling to see the support. And I've been to Albany plenty. I've worked in some other leagues, and when people buy in Albany, in the city of Albany, they go all in, right? So if you build it, they will come. That's kind of how it works. I feel like in Albany, and you've done a great job with that, with your program. So you discuss. I love the Valkyries comp, getting your team to try and rally, because what a story for not just women's basketball, but for pro sports, for young women that want to make a strong stand in a season. Look at that team. No one thought that team was going to do anything, and that's a credit to Natalie Nakase and what she built there. And I'm sure. That's a great example. But I think for you, Colleen, when you go into a unique year like this, and you said you've had teams with new players in the past, but and you mentioned it, people are kind of sleeping on you, but how have you learned over the years to manage your own expectations when you know you have a group that's maybe more returners than newcomers? Just how do you shift your thinking each year? How challenging is that for you?
I think every year is a different, you know, opportunity and has different challenges. And I think of all those years when we talked about having the 9 new players, I still had Kayla Cooper. So when you still have Kayla Cooper and you still
Yeah.
have your franchise player, you can, you have a person, a go-to player that you can run plays for, you can get the ball to. Um, but earlier in my career when I took over the program and we lost, we had low numbers and we had lost 90% of the offense when our staff took over. It was a grind, and you just focus on the culture, you focus on building relationships, you focus on getting your players better. And we started off the season, I think my first year, like 1-9, and then we ended up going 9-7 in the league. But I'm a much better coach than I was then. So I'm a much more comfortable in my own skin. I have a better feel. I have just more experience. I don't know if I'm better, but I just have more experience. And I'm focused on just pouring into the players' development. My staff and I are just really committed to making them better. And it's right now it's a team by committee, and who's going to step up in any given day. And I think that it's not like, okay, we're counting on 1 or 2 players, we're counting on our team. And I think that gives them a lot of excitement, and they can each really kind of, their roles can really develop over time. And I'm excited to see who really emerges in those types of key roles, whether it's defensively or offensively. But we're going to stick to our plan, and we're going to stick to our process. And it's always been about our culture. It's about how we do things on and off the court. It's a level of standard. It's our defense. How we defend, and if we can defend, especially earlier in the season, we're going to try to compete with everyone. And then our offense and our chemistry is going to come along as people start to emerge in those roles. But I'm sticking to the process, figuring out who are those players that are going to really be able to be those go-to players when the game's on the line. But that might look different every game. And yeah, that's a challenge as a coach, but that's also challenging as an opponent's coach. So what are you going to take away, and what's the strategy to beat us? So we're just going to continue to have that growth mindset. I'm excited. It's an opportunity to really see a lot of development this year. So I know the conference is extremely competitive, and there's a lot of great players coming back, and a lot of terrific coaches. So it's going to be a grind, but hopefully our non-conference will set us up for some success in conference.
Love it.
The non-conference schedule is always tough, but Syracuse last year, obviously, you guys have done a great job with that game. URI, and then Vanderbilt. I mean, that'll be a great test, a fun trip for your players. Or is that like something that you're excited about, to take them to Nashville? Are they excited about that trip?
Oh yeah, we're gonna do some line dancing and then try to figure out how to get it over half court. So there'll be some different strategies there. I know they just got picked, at top 25, and they're just a tremendous team. So it'll be a great test, and it's fun. And last year when we went to LSU and Wisconsin and Syracuse, those proved to be really actually great games for us. So it's about the mindset. It's about what you're trying to get out of it. And I know we'll be ready and prepared to give our best effort. But no matter what game, it's about providing these amazing opportunities for these young people to build memories of a lifetime, and also, compete and play against some of the best players in the country.
I can see what you're getting at, though. Line dancing and getting the ball over midcourt. I think I can understand the parallels there. That's a nice idea. Hopefully that works out for you. Colleen Mullen, the UAlbany Great Danes, with a new look this season, look to make it back to the conference championship game, but with an underdog mentality. No pun intended. Thanks, Coach, for stopping by.
Thanks, guys, so much.